Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the various counties, regions, states, territories, governorates, departments, whatever you call the first level of subdivisions of the countries on planet Earth. And I explore these one by one on GeoGuessr. And that is with three aims in mind. A, to see places I've never been to and probably will never go to. B, I hopefully have some fun while doing so. And C, try to play a perfect game on GeoGuessr in whatever area I am in at any given time. If I succeed in doing so, well, that's the last you'll see of that area in the series. And if I fail in doing so, you might see the area again later in the series. Only time will tell. So, today we are moving into Croatia. And we're moving into one of the regions I failed getting a 25,000 point score in my previous series. That was the regions of Europe. So I have included those in this series. And today we're going into the Dubrovnik-Neretva Županija, or the Dubrovnik-Neretva county in Croatia. As you can see, it's a long, stretchy bit of coastline, including some islands just outside. So we're down Dalmatia, and this thing is split in two by this narrow strip of land that is the only connection to the ocean that Bosnia-Herzegovina has. And let's see, so it's not a huge area. It's 1,781 square kilometers. Has a population of roughly 116,000. And the capital is the city of Dubrovnik, which I always have trouble finding on this map. It's down here, isn't it? No, that's not Dubrovnik. It's Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik sits here. And Dubrovnik has 26,000, almost 27,000 people as of 2021, so that might have changed a little bit. And yeah, these islands will be interesting. I know I got around a 2 out of one of these islands when I played this area the previous time. So let's see how it goes this time around. It can be tricky because we can find ourselves on roads and bends, my eternal nemesis in this game. But with a little luck, we shall prevail, and we shall make a. Let's see. I'm gonna copy the name of this thing first, because I am not gonna have much luck in typing that very quickly into this document that I keep the challenge links in. There we go. Copy the challenge link as well. Right. So that means that now you can find the link to this map in the description section of this video, and you can have a stab at playing it yourself and see if you beat me. I'm not a professional GeoGuessr player at all, but I have the odd good run every now and then. Let's see, what are we looking at? We're looking at what is most likely, well, not just most likely, it is a lake. And we got water lilies here, and you don't see those in salt water. Okay, so we have a lake. It's not huge, but let's see. So we got mountains to the north and northeast, which is no surprise. And there's a road or something running along. And they've been really busy constructing a road here relatively recently, it seems. So let's see if I can dig up anything on this without having to. Like, could we be? No, we're not here, are we? No, that lake is a little too big, I think, but we could well be in this area. There's a few lakes here. No, this lake is not right. It's not a main road running along this lake. And that lake doesn't look right either. Are there any lakes on these islands? Not on this one. And not on that one. Well, at least not any sizable ones. Well, there's this thing, but this is. This looks like an inlet. And I do not think we're here, although that is an option. Okay, so let's just have a quick look up the coast here. Let's see if there is anything looking like a lake. Well, that's just an inlet, and we don't want that. Well, actually, this is, well, of course, there have been instances, I have already come across instances of lakes not showing on the map. So, this is definitely a lake. Well, of course, but there is no road on it, and the directions are wrong. So, yeah, okay, I might have wasted a lot of time doing that, but you never know until you try. Yeah, we go north. Oh, that's the end of the road, actually. Okay. Lovely area, though. It's the kind of place you just want to maybe just bring out a deck chair and a fishing rod. Okay, so we can go two ways here. Which way do we want to go? I have a feeling we want to go uphill. So let's do that. Let's see if we can strike any... Oh, hang on. It actually looks like there's a sort of resort over there. And it isn't as much a lake as it is a swamp. Well, that's interesting by in itself. Well, there's several places we could be. But, yeah, I'm not going to bank on any one of these yet. So the question is whether I should be going that way instead. But I do want to have a look up the hill here. Well, oh, well, looky here. We actually found... Okay, so that road will probably take us to Mihalje. Okay. So we're at a place called Mihalje. Just going to see. Yeah, it's not immediately visible here. It's probably much too small to show at this level of zoom. So, yeah, I'm not going to spend time looking for that. I'm going to spend some time looking for this other place up the road that looks a lot larger. But man, it's a lovely day. That is, this area is absolutely spoilt with lovely days. Otok. Okay, Otok. That's a little larger. It could possibly be showing. No, definitely should be showing at this level. I think if we are at that village. Let's see now. We got something called Otok sheep on here. But I don't believe we're here. No, I don't think Otok Chipon is where we are. So, what does Otok mean? Island? No, that shouldn't mean. It should be something like. Oh, can't remember. It's not Ozer or anything like that because that would be a lake. Tern. For every season, turn. Let's see. Terpania. Okay, is there anything like this here? No. Tersteno Zoinic. I'm like thinking if it is in this area, it should be down here somewhere. But it isn't. Another thing that is having me somewhat puzzled is the road. It's not really a substantial road, but we do have a fairly substantial river thing going on here. Okay, so where do we have a substantial river thing going on? We have a river going on here, but I don't think this is the area. And then there is... we got this thing. But that is running in all the wrong directions. And that's here. And that doesn't seem to be it either. That's turning into be an interesting one. Here we go. Here we are. I think we were about there. Let's see now. That's... let's see. We are more likely to be about here. Let's see, we got this building jutting into the street. Let's see, so we're going... Yeah, I'm not quite happy with that, no. Let's see. So the road is making the right noises here. Should be a long building. That must be this one. Could be it. But then there should be a bend. Well, there sort of is. But it doesn't come up until now. I'm wondering. No, we got no buildings on this side, so we are definitely over here somewhere. Let's see. It must be there. Let's try that. Yikes, that was almost a miss. But okay, took a while, but happy with that. Okay, we got a local bus station or bus depot of somewhere. And let's see, what do we have here? Don't think we got any names of places, but here we got a sign in the opposite direction saying this is a Komolats. Komolats, I think it says. Okay, can we find Komolats anywhere? Let's see, just zoom up the ghost. No Komolats there. Here's Kornolats. Okay, so that's what it's called. Right, let's see. We got something Lobo here. But got a slight problem squaring. Unless we're here. Yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, that matches what I'm seeing with the bends here. Got the road going off to the side here. Okay, so we are... We're somewhere here. That road is going to be hard to see because it's sort of embedded in that bit. And not sure I'm quite comfortable with this one. Not quite comfortable at all. Gabby's apartment is somewhere over here to the east. So let's see if I'm looking at the east. It's a little hard to say whether I'm looking at that or that building. There are several ones here. That one is most likely that or that one in the background there. Then we got some stuff directly to the north. Maybe I can use that instead. I fancy that for that. But if it is, then I am here. And how does that work? Not so sure it does, but we're very... Yeah, we're quite close to that bend. But we're also very close to this one. Let's see, we're closer to the... well, actually... Yeah, this one is a real puzzler because that bend doesn't make sense where it is. Because these two bends should be sort of segueing into each other. Like that. There is a slight distance to this bed. But I kind of want to be closer. Let's go with that. Well, didn't matter much in the end. Okay, Autocamp Ravno. Right, and we're right on the sea. Just want to see what's down here. This is probably a place called Ravno. Actually, that kind of rings a bell. I wonder. Let's see, so we've got some islands out here. To the south. And they're pretty close. I'm just going to check whether... Let's see, there's an island out there to the southeast. And lots of islands here as well. But our direction here is southeast eastwards. And I don't think we are here. So let's see one small. So we've got like several small islands outside here. And we got something major to the southeast. Not at Orebic. Okay, let's find a name for this place. So we've got a campsite called Ravno. I should of course have gone in the opposite direction, because that would have probably have yielded me the name of this place already. For all I know, it could be called Ravno. This is definitely a seaside town, and well, there's just that one island to the southeast. Could it be at Korčula? I don't think so. Or, I mean, let's see, if I'm looking south-southeast, I could be looking at this island. I could also be looking at this, though. But, no. It doesn't seem like this is where we are. But there aren't really any other places around here where we could be. So... well, no, we can't be up there. So... somewhere here we got to be. And let's see if we can figure out the name of this place, because this is definitely a resort, and this is something with a name. Okay, let's just put down a checkpoint here, and gonna head up the other way and see if this place comes with a name tag. Oop, I think I might already have passed it. Let's see, it's Restaurant Prizba. And oh yeah, okay, so that's only marking cycling trail. Actually, this place seems to be rather sprawling. Then with Ratak. I wish I could read that properly, but that doesn't come out to me in any way for me to use it. But yeah, this is definitely resort-like. So what's the name? We got Cherin. Well, that's just the name of this little thingy. I'm strongly leaning towards this being on one of the islands. And we got an island to the west, actually quite far out. I'm still wanting this to be here, but it doesn't doesn't really work unless we are down here somewhere. But we don't have those long islands. We have small islands. The only group of small islands is here on the coast, and of course around here other bits. Starting to wonder. If we could actually be around here. If I, let's see, we've got some campsites. We got Perna, what we got? We got Ravno or something like that. Rovno. Let's just take a good look. Antony Boy, okay. Yeah, there's loads of little resorts here. Hedonist. Villa Maris. But we're not here either. Where are we? This is one of those cases where I feel really stupid, and I hate feeling stupid in this game. No, we got to be up here somewhere. So what am I missing? Wait a minute, we saw Prizba, didn't we? Yes, we saw... Didn't we see a place called... or the... Let's see if we can... This place. Ah, here we go. I missed that the first time around. Right, Autocamp Ravno. Right, but how? We're missing a road. Okay, this is not going to be a pretty one. Let's see if it's even possible to spot that building in there. Let's see, car. Don't see any structures. This one. Well. Yeah, this is going to be an issue. All right. So what do we have? We have that intersection there. We have that intersection there. And that's about as much I have. So let's see how I do. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm going to call it 10 to there. Then we're going to check the next one the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it's 25 between these 2 points. 12.5 is roughly there. And we want 10. So this is 6.25, roughly there. And then we got 9 and some change should be around there. So 10 should be here-ish. Please. Nice. Whew. Oh no, tricky locations abound today. This could easily be on the same island. We're just exiting a bend here. Those are really, really fraught with danger for me. We could actually be on the same island. Just further up the coast or something. Oh, zigzaggy. Yeah, I feel like we're on one of the islands. Might not be the same, but I believe I saw sea to the east here. Well, it's definitely sea to the north. So, which one could that be then? I do not... Well, actually, we could be up in this area. Except that we would have to be looking across this peninsula, but we could possibly be looking across it, or we could of course be over here as well, maybe over Bruges. Well, both of those guesses kind of tell me that I should be going in the opposite direction, but let's see if we can find a name here. This footage is fairly balked, so it's a little hard to maneuver. But wow, it's a lovely day, and it's very, very, very Croatian. I don't know if this still happens, but at least I was visited the island of Vis, which is next door in the next door county. I visited that like what? 25 years ago, no, 20 plus years ago. And at the time, the hotels on the islands and, well, basically around here, because it so rarely rains and even more rarely snows, they were offering a 50% discount on per night at the hotels if it was raining, and you'd get a 100% discount if it was snowing. Don't know if that is still a thing. So, but where are we now then? Because this actually was a place with some size to it. Interesting one. But yeah, I guess the road needs to zig another zag before we get down. And I think, no, I was hoping that was the sign with the name of the place. I just wonder why we have to go all the way. It's one of the flattest serpentine roads I've seen. Okay, Predgarica Blato. Blato is here. Okay. Let's see now. So we came down this road. Right. At least I believe we did. Because we did enter it on a bend, and then we went around that bend, and now we are heading into this intersection. So yeah. This is the one road we came down. Let's see, so we're heading eastwards, turning northeastwards, and we got a road here, but I don't think it's that. More likely to be this one. Let's see. Can't quite recall how the road went. So, yeah, so now we're getting a hairpin. Yeah. We do. Okay, so we're on this road, and we are somewhere on this bend. And we are just as the bend has sort of started. We're roughly here-ish, aren't we? Let's head back a little bit. Have a look at that tree there. Yeah. Can't be far away. I'm gonna say we're there. Whew. Oh, goodness me. And wow. Yeah. These places are populated, but they are sort of sparsely populated. Well, actually, this was more populated than it seemed like at first glance. Is that an airfield? Over there. So looking southwest towards the ocean. That's no surprise, but that is an airfield. Could that be Dubrovnik Airport? Let's see. I've never been to Dubrovnik, so I don't really know where the airport would be. But yeah, I imagine it isn't all that close to the city. Let's see. Yeah, where would the... Okay, here we got an airport. We're looking across the valley. We got a town of some sort down there to the southwest. Most likely Cvekovica. Which means, let's see, what's the direction towards the airport? Let's see if we're looking. Yeah, so it should be up in this area here somewhere. Okay, let's just have a mosey around, or a nose even. B. Okay, this one joins up with another one, and this one is sort of a main road. It's after yes, 4 kilometers. And I think we're currently here. Yeah, that could work well. So I think we were about there when we started this route. That would be fit very well with all these cars here. So yeah, thereabouts looks good. Got this road going down here, which is this one. And yeah, we're in the bend. But not the most extreme part of it. I'm going to say we're there. Sweet. Okay. That was very, very nice. That's the first time I think actually in all my series that I've got a proper visual of an airport. I've been sort of around airports, but not really getting a proper look at one. So yeah, that was and that first round took third round took a little too long, I think. This one, well, I could have done well with using my eyes a little more, but yeah, I've got a good spread across the entire county. We got to see some nice places, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, that is this episode done, and the Dubrovnik-Neretva county of Croatia done and dusted. And yeah, that's it for this episode, but I'm glad that you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.